Yeah, really exciting. Like I put some tweets out about use TitanX as the main liquidity pool, TitanX paired with your thing. People are soon going to find out why that's such a great thing. So I don't randomly say stuff because in the building of Hyper, we test all of the theories that we have. And what we notice with Hyper, so Hyper will have its own buy and burn, and the main liquidity pool for Hyper will be TitanX Hyper. And whenever the TitanX buy and burn buys TitanX on market, not Hyper on market, it pushes up the Hyper price because it's the main liquidity pair. And it pushes it up substantially. So by default, the buy and burn supports all the projects that have it as its main liquidity pair because it's a lot easier to move up the TitanX price at 10x than it is to move up the Ethereum price at 10x. So that is going to be extremely interesting going into the future.
Say that again, would you please? I think that was a pretty big nugget that maybe many people aren't. It's a lot easier to put up what price versus what price? Say that again.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to drag up the TitanX price at 10x than it is to drag up the Ethereum price at 10x. So for a liquidity pool with wrapped Ethereum and then the protocol token to actually drive value through the main liquidity pairing, it's a lot harder to do because you need billions of dollars to push Ethereum up. TitanX, you only need a couple $100,000 for the price to go up 4 or 5x. So
Nice.
the TitanX buy and burn, if everybody, and I've seen pretty much every project has done it because it just makes sense, it's math, is TitanX as the main liquidity pair of their token when the TitanX price goes up and the price floor keeps moving up. It's only day 75 and it's already, so on day one, you could get 1.707 billion TitanX. It was 0.2 Ethereum. Ethereum was fully 50% lower than what it is now. I think it's like 40% lower than what it is now. So you can get, let's see, you can get 25% less TitanX. Ethereum is 40% more expensive. And the Ethereum price, how much it costs to create a mine, has gone up 5. So it's almost twice as expensive in 80 days to mine TitanX. So that price floor keeps moving up forever. It doesn't care about FUD. It doesn't care about anything. That just keeps moving up forever. So that is a lot easier to move than Ethereum because liquidity pool is small. There's an increasing price floor. And over the future, people are going to realize, oh shit, this liquidity pool thing is genius. Because another thing that you create is if TitanX isn't your main liquidity pair, what happens is, let's say you have a token and you use Ethereum as your main liquidity pair. If people wanted to participate and trade your token, they would have to sell TitanX, get Ethereum, which hurts the price, to then participate in your project, which defeats the entire purpose of building on top of it. Because if you want to add value, you don't remove value. Now, here's the other angle on it. If your main liquidity pool is TitanX wrapped and paired with your token as the only liquidity pool, well, guess what? If anybody wants to trade or arbitrage a project, then they have to buy TitanX off of market to be able to do it. So it's a massive net positive. Like, it's massive. Like, people are going to see soon enough.
It is massive, and you only need to look as far as the Tropa ecosystem on Pulse Chain or the PTGC ecosystem on Pulse Chain, where they create liquidity pairs with all of the different projects that are pumping, and then it gives people arbitrage opportunities between the different projects that are pumping using one base coin. And in which case, you can sell TitanX to get into Hyper if Hyper is pumping, and then take some gains out of that and put it into, Dragon X or Blazer. And so but it's all tied to one. And so, and of course, every time those trades are made, it burns it. So I mean, the people that understand liquidity are pretty excited about that, which is